This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Yeah. I'll never go in wrong congregation.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Percy's Island Games, Pinder Tile, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
I'll never go where the pagans go, never do what the heathens do, cause Rastafari give all the guidance. I'll never say what the wicked ought say, neither will I walk in the council no day. All the eyes be no God, so mythology and illusion I'll be always burning, corruption and confusion will be shown.
You got it locked and loaded to the Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And, of course, you know, it is Wednesday. It is hump day. We will open up the lines for you. And before you get into all of that, I got a little FYI for you. You know, I like to keep you in the know and get you where you want to go. And don't forget, it's all about Collect. That's right, Victory Fest, the Collect Fest. Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas, invites you to Victory Fest 2025. Join Collect this Saturday, March 1st at Smugglers Square for an epic celebration of the 2024 Boxing Day and 2025 New Year's Day Junkanoo winners, the Saxon Superstars. The Junkanoo season may be over, but the celebration is just getting started. Enjoy music by Playhouse DJs, Lil Giant and DJ Tank, and performing live Fanshawn and D-Mac. Let's celebrate the 4 straight Junkanoo winners, the Saxon Superstars, at Victory Fest this Saturday, March 1st. All right. And like I said, it is open lines. We're going to open up the lines, and if you want to chime in, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines in New Providence are open, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free in any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And we're going to be chopping it up and opening up the lines. Well, you know, we have to discuss the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. Monroe, no loss on Royal Bahamas Police Force insurance. Minister rejects claim government owes $100 million for health insurance. Story by Rachel Scott. FTX creditors to receive reimbursements by February 18th. Story by Chester Robards. Do we get to know who they are? Finally. Government has failed the Bahamian women over marital rape, human rights group says. Story by Tanika Thompson. The Davis administration have failed women, choosing instead to cave into pressure from the church and a male-dominated society by refusing to bring legislation to make marital rape a crime. Human Rights Bahamas said yesterday. Joseph Darville, vice president of the advocacy group, said once again the country's leaders have chosen politics or have chosen political convenience instead of moral responsibility. Traffic deaths and suicide rise in 2024. It's not good. And that's just the front page. We got that and more to talk about on the flip side of the break as we get into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. Yeah, man. I got some little up there we could deal with. Because you can't be just indiscriminately littering all over the place. I got some questions about some tour operations going on. How many swimming pig operations we got on one island? And how many of them operations are Bahamian? Interesting, huh? We got that and more to talk about it in addition to our headlines. So keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this. The Buzz, brought to you by John Shoes, coming up.
Are the wicked in a Babylon stew ya if you're weak? Whoa, be my cause, oh Jah, and let me stand firm when the wicked rise against the eye. And order my steps, oh Jah, it's dark and I'm alone, but still I fear no foe, no.
The KFC chicken experts have done it again with the new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich, featuring a large 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, topped with cheddar cheese, smoky bacon, lettuce, tomato, and tangy red onions, all drizzled with ranch sauce and served on a toasted brioche bun. Choose original recipe or spicy, but don't wait. This mouth-watering masterpiece is only here for a limited time and only at your favorite KFC. The new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Your place is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, help, and customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John Shoes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll never go in wrong congregation. Boy, 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 boy. Rastaman about pagans, so I'll never go where the pagans go. Never do what the heathens do, cause Rastafari give out the guidance. I'll never say what the daddy just say. For Emperor Selassie, I trust and obey. Rasta words of his substance. I'll never go where the pagans go. Never do what the heathens do, cause Rastafari give out the guidance. I'll never say what the wicked ought say. Neither will I walk in the council no day.
Back at you on the Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And we're into The Buzz, brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And boy, I tell you, I appreciate folks on the road getting me these pictures. I don't know where this person in the middle of Fire Trail Road going in the gray Chevy Monte Carlo, license number D87314. Stop throwing your litter out of the road in the main of Fire Trail Road. I mean, you got people's houses around and you just throwing it out, don't care. If you got to get rid of the trash, just pull over and put it in one of the bins that you see clearly on the side of the road. So, really, we early on in 2025, let's kill some of the bad habits that we have, like this. Okay? Stop throwing your garbage all over the road. Why don't you put a little bag in your car, collect all the garbage. When you get stopped, find a trash can, throw it away. It's not that hard. Not that hard. Haven't we evolved to better than that in 2025? Same with the handicap parking spots, the disabled spots. Come on. No excuse. And when you get caught, there's no excuse good enough. If you don't have the decal or the proper, parking decals, don't do it. And that's not like free parking. If it's not an emergency, police officers, please stay out. You know who you are. I done caught some of y'all doing fool before. We got to get along. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Naughty.
What's going on, GNN?
If I tell you what's happening, Naughty, you might talk it.
Well, anyway, if it wait talking, I can talk. What's happening?
Listen, man, Naughty, nothing works in this country. Nothing works. You can't collect the garbage. The police, them can't get the insurance. The nurse, the doctors can't get paid. The garbage can't collect on time. Jesus, Naughty, what works? Not you realize at the hospital, what is Dr. Davis doing other than filling supermarkets down out west, out south?
I don't know.
We've been,
I don't know.
Naughty, we've been eating cold chicken at the hospital for 3 weeks. No other kind of meat. And guess why? They say because the government and them double them ain't pay Cisco them for the food. Another somebody ain't getting paid. Cold food, hard rice. Is that Naughty? What the hell going on around here, man?
I again, GNN, I scratching my head to this day. I don't know. You can't write it satirically any funnier and any more comical than what it is, but if you don't laugh, you'll cry, because it's horrendous.
I mean, you're sickest people. You're old, you're young, you're sick, you're dying. Now, them wouldn't even sit at the table and try to get them people's hot food come from the cafes and other side. That's been bottled up from last year. Ain't nothing happening there. It's just like the whole place, Naughty, falling apart. You think we need to employ Trump? You think we need to become the 53rd state?
Well, I don't know. Trump let Elon Musk, quote unquote, blow up the Ministry of Education in America today.
Well, Elon Musk, he don't care about nobody down here. He won't go live on Mars.
You need to end up on Uranus. That's where you need to end up, because that's how he's carrying on.
Or you could go by the sun. They're hot up there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, Naughty man, the Dr. Davel and this administration, when it comes to healthcare, is a total.
But I hate to say I told you so, but if I said when this administration took over, if it's any indication based on his prior tenure as Minister of Grand Bahama, what we're going to get as Minister of Health.
Yeah, you said that several times.
We're in trouble. And look here, why you guys call him Shaky? Shaky?
But if we talk about South Beach in the government car all the time, the Blue Road South.
Boy, I ain't getting in all that. But anyway.
All right, man.
Yes, GNN. I appreciate the call as always. But there you have it. Where are we as far as healthcare in this country? Where are we with the basic infrastructure and necessities? Are there truth to these allegations? The chicken is that food, especially chicken and lunch, is being brought from elsewhere to patients. Is the facility not properly working on the property of the PMH? What happened to the famous hospital bread they used to make? What's going on with that? You got to ask these questions. A couple other questions I got to ask. Inquiring minds want to know. And sometimes if you don't pay attention or you're not involved in the industry, things will go right under your nose. You'll miss out on a lot of things. Okay? But I was really caught by an article in the Tribune. Development threat continues at Athol Island. It was in the letters to the editors. And apparently, there are, allegedly, there are 3 to 5 so-called operators on Athol Island. So if there are 5, how many are Bahamian-owned? How many are foreign-owned? Because I'm hearing the allegations of the majority being foreign-owned. Also, Spruce Key, known as Pearl Island, is allegedly leased to foreigners. Now, from my understanding, foreign entities or investors should not be in the attraction business. It's reserved for Bahamians. And I guess attractions like excursions and tours. So how do we have 5 of these operators operating? How many are Bahamian? How many are foreign? How many got proper licensing? How many got proper, clearance for the pigs? So on and so forth. Did they go through the proper protocols? And I'm getting more pictures and I'm getting more videos and I'm going to do my due diligence on. Because obviously this is a topic. So how many people are Bahamian and how many people are foreign? How many pig operations do we need off one island? Naughty, you should really do your due diligence on Athol Island. Crown land. That is Crown land, so any operation there has to be approved by the PM and the cabinet. Who's approving this? Wow. Note to self, Athol Island. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Who's there, Naughty?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, there's about 11 big operations around this place. Like, everyone got big.
My God. And with us 5 allegedly emanating from Athol Island, where are the other 6?
Allegedly, but you could just drive straight down and see them. Allegedly, the signs all over downtown. So you got to say allegedly. I mean, you say it for coverage on your radio station, but that's facts.
So they have other swim with the pig operations elsewhere on the island?
Yeah, the original operator it's Sandy Toes. It was the first operator.
All right.
Who actually do it well, with maybe 2 or 3.
Sandy Toes. Now that's the private island with Majestic Tour sends that to us too, correct?
It's privately owned. It's Bahamian.
Okay.
It's been around for a very long time. They deal mainly with cruise ship passengers.
Right. I'm very familiar with the Sandy Toes brand and the crew up there. Yeah, they have been there for a while. They are Bahamian.
Yeah, you can't pull up there on your boat, and anyone could just pull up there. You have to be, so it's controlled environment.
But now I'm hearing that Pearl Island, which isn't too far from there, got a pig operation.
Yeah, I think they're one of the operators on Athol Island. So they.
And I'm hearing that's an alleged foreign entity that's dealing with that.
Well, Pearl Island has 2 operators on Pearl Island. I think on the east side of Pearl Island is Bahamian. And on the other side are foreigners. There's 2 operators. I think it's called Sun Key. If you look that up.
But isn't it, if I'm not mistaken, that kind of industry exclusive to Bahamians?
I think Pearl Island is split in 2.
Right. So the industry isn't that exclusive to Bahamians, similar to retail?
I think a Bahamian owns that and leases it to,
But again, how the foreign entity get there if those kind of tours and those kind of operations, if I'm not mistaken, are exclusive to Bahamians?
That's what but the pig operation is not regulated. I think now they're going to come here and see the pigs. Let's be honest. That's what people do. People come into the Bahamas, they want to swim with the pigs.
But how many operations do we really need?
Well, the thing is, how regulated you have to regulate
and that's the next question. How regulated is the industry?
You got to regulate it. You regulate it. I don't think government collect any type of taxes from it. Anyone could set up. You don't know if the animals are healthy.
Correct.
You don't. What
are the protocols? What are the procedures that you have to go to get qualified?
You You don't need. No one can tell you can't have no pig on your property. That's like a horse. You can't tell you now.
Now, if you're making it into business,
it's
it's potential liabilities out there because of said business, then you need to have protocols in place.
Where I think tourism comes in, and I think the Ministry of Agriculture comes in, because you have to be able to make sure you house the animals. I think they go through the Ministry of Agriculture for permit to house the animals. But the operator tour, I think that would. I think government was framing some legislation as relates to the pigs, but I don't think that never got off the ground.
So it's a gray area then?
It's a gray area.
And it seems like it's filled with a couple of loopholes that need to be closed in order to make it, completely for Bahamians.
Yeah, RCL Island is dealing with an issue with pigs roaming. I had an operation when they were clearing the land. They had an operation there with a new beach club. Someone was doing pigs there. Now you got pigs just roaming. They're trying to get them off the island.
My God.
That's a big issue there. Because they get up babies every 3 months, 3 weeks.
Correct.
So, right. And if you got a lot of pigs and you're not doing your...
And then if they're unattended and they find a way to forage for food over there and survive, they become wild pigs.
Exactly, feral pigs. I think what we need to understand, we get it. It's during the pandemic, people will come on. Obviously, people found a way to do it here. But if you regulate it and you put a cap on who can control it, and everyone follow a framework, and anyone could just go and grab a farm pig and put it on an island. But the whole concept of the pig, like if you go to Thailand and you go to Monkey Beach, you go there to go to Monkey Beach. The whole concept of and the whole thing about the swimming pigs it wasn't no one putting a pig on an island in Exuma. They were discovered on a little key, and visitors went and feed them and they swam out. And that the whole attraction of the swimming pigs was going to Exuma and seeing these animals in their natural environment, how they operated. Could pigs swim? Yes, they could swim. It's difficult to get, for a cruise ship passenger who coming in here for 5 hours to get to Exuma, and I get it. But you have to be able. It has to be an immune way to dealing with these animals. They feed them anything. They mistreat them. And they're making a lot of money off of these animals. To be honest with you, so I had to call in when I heard this. There are a lot. Some do it well. Some on Rose Island they do it well. But some are strictly into the business of just making a dollar and not caring for these animals. They have to be vet cared. Salt. They're swimming in salt water. They have salt water in their guts. They're consuming sand in their bellies, and they die. So all of this is a part of the regulation of taking care of these animals.
I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for the insight.
Okay, all right.
Talking Heads. Let's get to the next one. Talking Heads.
Hey, my brother.
What's going on?
What's happening, man? Look, I just want to ask you something, right? I was listening to Pearlie and Sarah and Darren yesterday. Now, I asking you this one, because I know this one. Darren is F&M. But Sarah, I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's F&M, PLP, or independent, but you know what I know she is? I know she's Bahamian. She's Bahamian. Because she said some things yesterday, and Darren tried to wake around it concerning what the government is doing in Grand Bahama. And he tried to wake around it. And I was trying to get onto the show, but I couldn't reach in time, because when I reached home, Pearlie was done on the thing, because I don't want to ask him one or two things. I listened to Drago Lang yesterday and the day, said that things is happening in Grand Bahama. He said everybody mightn't be able to say, but he said he's be riding around and he see things waking, things happening, right? And Darren said last month things was kicking up and everything, but Sarah was telling us today that things waking, things happening, and everything what we'd like to happen. She talked about the hotel, but she said she is optimistic that something will happen concerning the hotel. And if I live in on an island, I trying to think the positive things for the government to do. I don't care who is the government. I trying to think the positive things concerning my island and whoever's the government. So I have a little concern with Darren sometimes. I know he's a F&M.
But Skilla, what you is? You's a PLP, right?
No, I know PLP.
But you asking everybody? No, you asking everybody and guessing who people are? You may as well tell us who you is.
Huh?
You jump into conclusions as to who people are.
No,
branding people, so let us know who you are.
Hold on, I heard him say he's F&M.
All right, so let me you say who you are. You want to know who people are. You want to know who Sarah is and who Darren is.
Hold on, listen to me. I'm not a PLP. I'm not a F&M. I am just one of them. What is a Bahamian? I support one person. I don't support no party. I support one person, and the person who I support, that's a good friend of mine. We grew up together, and he's the only person I ever support for my start
politics.
He was a F&M.
Who that?
Warren Miller. He was a F&M.
Nice.
I support him then. He turned over to the PLP. I support him then. I ain't none of them things.
So if I take this like how you pull for the Lakers, then use a PLP now then.
I know PLP. What I telling you? Listen to me. Listen to me, Naughty. Don't try and twist it, man.
Now, hold on, Mr. Producer. You see, you can't apply his basketball theory, this political theory, right?
So
it don't work.
Tell me I was the F&M and I support him and he was the F&M.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I wasn't no F&M.
I'm saying, so you have a PLP then?
I tell you, I support the person what I know can help me and the people them in the community where I live in.
So don't you think that Darren might have been coming from that perspective as well, where he supports the people in the community?
Don't comment like that. What I'm saying is, he need to be us. I don't know who's the MP, right? But he need to really just be like Sarah. I don't know if Sarah's F&M or PLP, but she believing that whatever the government doing, they trying to do things to make things happen.
Well, that's why you have both of them on, you know, Skilla, so you have two different objective opinions.
No, what I'm saying is, that's how she
So wouldn't you want varying opinions, or you would just want one thing saying everything is good, everything is great, everything is good?
I don't think she's speaking on opinion.
I'm not saying indirectly that that's how Sarah is. I'm saying what opinion you want. You want one straight line, hear from one people, or you want to hear from many voices who are there, since we're in New Providence and they live in Grand Bahama?
Naughty, listen, we know, ain't nobody on this earth perfect. Every organization on this earth have hiccups. But at the end of the day, every organization doing things to make business good for them, they workers, and whomsoever own the business.
So is it fair for me to say, can we see some data to back up the talks?
Data to back up which talk?
It's like in basketball. You can say LeBron is the best, but if you're going to go argue, wouldn't you put his stats to have for that argument? So why can't we have the data or the statistics to go along with the talks that things are happening?
What the government them doing?
Right.
Well, look, listen to me, Naughty.
Shouldn't we have readily available information and especially a proper Freedom of Information Act or Procurement Act so we can know exactly what's going on and what's the development and who we should give credit to for the developments and so on and so forth?
Listen to this. When Minister was with the Prime Minister, Minister did plenty good things, and people still wasn't satisfied with what he did.
Right.
I wouldn't say everybody.
A minority was satisfied. Obviously, the overwhelming majority weren't.
And the same thing with Brave Davis. Let me tell you what I learned in life, Naughty. Even playing ball, ain't everybody like the Lakers, but ain't everybody hate them. Ain't everybody like the Warriors, but ain't everybody like Patrick Mahomes them, but ain't everybody hate them. You will always have opposition. But then, as an opposition, you should at least appreciate what whoever leading, appreciate what they are trying to do. Because I don't think nobody would lead the government.
So even if they say they could do something, all right. So let me understand this, Skilla.
Yeah.
If they say they're going to do something and failed to do it, support them because they tried to do it?
Of course.
Even though they failed?
Of course. I did it when Menace was in power.
So if your team go 0 for 17 in football, support them anyway still because they tried? Or you going to make noise for maybe a new head coach, maybe, a new coordinator, maybe a trade? You ain't going to say none of that?
Naughty. When when Shaq leave the Lakers, after they did win that 2 straight,
Yeah.
him and Kobe.
Uh-huh. It was 3 straight they won. Not 2 straight, 3.
Every time I was always believing that we can win. We can get the championship. Even with with Miami Dolphins. I believe like we always get into the Super Bowl.
Well, that explains everything. You're the forever optimist. That's why you like Sarah. It's all good. I got 3 other calls, Skillet. Let me get to them. All right, let's get to the other 3. Talking Heads. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, right here, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
Right here. Listen, that caller, Skiller, I think you said his name is.
Uh-huh.
I don't know at which point he listened to Mr. Lang, all right? Mr. Lang did say that, but Mr. Lang also said that, yes, there are things that are happening, the Carnival Port, the shipyard and whatnot, but it's not translating into benefits for the population. He also said that when Mr. Cooper was making that speech to alluding to the illusion that things were booming, several people called him. Because he said many people were looking at him cross-eyed as to where is all of this opulence or where, business and so on and so forth. So, Mr. Lang did say, yes, there are almost $2 billion worth of investment, as the so-called minister said. But people are tired of promises. They are waiting to see shovels in the ground. They are waiting to see things that are happening. So I don't know how he took it, but Mr. Lang can defend himself. So, Mr. Skiller, you need to listen more carefully to the entire show to understand what Mr. Lang was saying. All right.
All right, man. Thanks for the clarification. Let's get to the other calls. Talking Heads.
Yes, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, C. Allen?
Yeah. Let's go about we covered piece of the piece. I'm saying that. Here's what happened.
And I got 5 lines full, so make it quick.
Yeah.
And you know I wouldn't tell you make it quick unless it's fully loaded. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. What you have is 25 years of negative growth, or 20 years of negative growth, going from the Twin Hurricanes, negative. And so then you have 2 projects that come online that has been pending for over 10 years. But in the meantime, there's negative growth. So your unemployment among young people at 20% or higher. Remember that this doesn't count those individuals as disenfranchised. The fact that Grand Bahama has been empty. And so, yes, optimism and hope is good, okay? But the thing about it is that we need more than optimism and hope. We will promise a particular production, and they have not met those benchmarks. The question is, who set those benchmarks? Did we did? We had high expectations, but they even set a lower benchmark than our expectation. They have not met their own benchmark, their own promises. And so, yes, hope is a desire for positive outcome in the face of uncertainty. Optimism is a more good things will happen. So Sarah believes, she's an optimist. Good things going to happen. The future is always available to us. But we go on performance. And so just like the basketball players, the guys in the booth that pays their salary, they don't sit around hoping. They don't sit around being optimistic. They count the results. Thank you so much.
All right, C. Allen. Good stuff. Talking Heads.
Hey.
What's happening?
Quick. Didn't expect that. Hello?
Yeah, Talking Heads.
Yeah, Papa, you could hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, Papa?
All right, that's the shortest I ever see Allen talking. Appreciate that, C. Allen. We appreciate that. You hear anything? Or I don't know if this is open line. You're talking specific thing, right? You hear what Trump's saying, right?
What?
President Trump. You down with him? You agree with what he be doing? You would have voted for him if you had an opportunity over there in the last election. That's you I talking to, Naughty.
Respectfully, I would say no comment there, Papa.
Oh, but you ain't a fan of him. One thing I
no
like.
No comment.
Huh?
No comment.
Okay.
I'm a fan. If I have my comedian hat on, he gives me a lot of material to work with.
Oh, yeah. That's money making. Yeah, he good like that. And this morning, I think I hear on the news, I just getting better. That's why y'all in here.
I hope you feel better. Whatever you had.
Yeah. One of the things he say, someone tell him, say, I'm trying to kill him, assassinate him. He say he done leave the damn instructions what to do with them. And I don't know, but y'all out there, right? Yeah. It's sad that'll be innocent people getting taken. But you can imagine that if they kill him. He say wipe Iran off the map. He done leave instructions in writing. The things what he doing, I expect someone to try, not just before he became president. And I was feeling that like they can try to kill him. Because I think when he come in there the second time, he could do some good, and he's doing it now. And I expect someone to assassinate him. God forbid. And if they do it, that's sad what could happen over there in the Middle East. I know that could be the end of the world. Then he said, them people in Gaza Strip, they need to go find somewhere else to live. That's so sad, Dread.
I'm telling you.
On behalf of the people in Palestine, I mean it. But Trump will say things, then what people would be thinking. And I don't know which country could take them, but I think that will stop a lot of the stuff what is happening in Israel, them flying rockets and see what they going to do over there the other day, allegedly. Say they put babies in the bacon, burn them up, kill old people, all kind of stuff. What you could do when your neighbor doing things to you bad because you all don't like one another. Something got to happen. Something got to happen. So people mightn't agree with that. And this thing with Wayne Monroe, them, with the insurance the other day last year or something, they say all the new recruits who come in to be police officers, we only get paid for insurance with them. Not for their wife and their children and everything. But all the other set who was there before these new recruits, they'll be getting taken care of. I think just like how we take care of the politicians then with this comprehensive insurance, any kind of disease, their wife, their children, or whatever we paying for, you should do that for these officers. You never pay them risking their life going on the line. Or don't we get some bad apples in there? Pay for their insurance and their wife and children. They can't disease home, some of them, not sexually. I talking about just picking up things, dealing with people, the stress and everything. So, I don't know if the same people who own The Guardian, the Kalina Group, I don't know if that's the same people who own The Guardian, right? But listening to the news, I don't know who lying. The Police Staff Association saying they owed Kalina over $100 million. And listen what Wayne's saying. Bring the proof. Just tell us that it ain't true. Why don't you say it ain't true and lie or whatever? But somebody lie, and either they owe the people or they don't owe them. So
Somebody, yeah, but it's smoke, it's fire. There's something there. You got to look for it.
I don't know why the PSA, I don't know why the Police Staff Association could say something like that if it ain't no true. And Kalina would have done come out and say, well, yeah, they would have say something. But I believe it's true the government owing the people them. And I believe they threatening the government to stop the insurance if they don't come and pay the damn bill. Over $100 million. Then police deserve. Pay the bill, Wayne, man, and stop talking foolishness. Keep up the good work, Naughty.
All right, Papa, be safe. Let's get to the other calls. Talking Heads.
Hey, good afternoon, Naughty.
What's happening?
Just come on, let me turn this radio. Sorry. Yeah, Naughty, Papa, that's a good call. If we could, are you still there?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Okay, if we could find over $170 million, right, to pay consultants, right, and we don't know what they're doing, we ain't see what they're doing, we don't see the benefits, what's coming from that, right, and then some of the most hardest working civil servants we have in the country, right, even more than our politicians, right, are the police. Because these people have to put their lives at risk for us. So what type of human government and jeopardize those type of people while they only need 4 years to 8 years to get insurance for the rest of their life? What type of government is do that, right? And when we are talking about the tourism product, right? The tourism product was dumbed down in this country ages ago, right? Because a lot of things that foreigners was not supposed to be a part of, right? They are a part of it now, right? Simply because the Bahamas, we the people really don't own tourism. We are only workers for tourism. But if we did own tourism, then it would have been an even better experience for when tourists come to the Bahamas. They would have been getting exposed by real Bahamians what pushing out their culture inside their various businesses involving tourism, right? But we in this country, I really think it's time for us to understand that the leaders, what we have seen for over the last 20, 30 years, right? Their agenda is to make sure that we, the Bahamian people, we stay right where we are, because see, that's the only way they could keep controlling, manipulating throwing Kool-Aid on us, and we just right there supporting what's the benefit in supporting say me and you, Naughty, right? I ain't doing good and you ain't doing good, right? But me and you still getting support for not doing good, and the people who supporting us, right? No, we ain't doing good, but they looking better. That do sound like insanity, Naughty? Huh? That sounds like crazy to me, because if you old enough to differentiate between right and wrong, and you could see we have leaders who really don't care about that, because when it comes to the election, the strategy is what they have in place to get rid they don't really even need to do nothing in this country, but Naughty. They don't need to do that, because see, they bring in political strategy to the beaming people them, and because they're already poor, so they could give this one this and give one that one, and man, come on, man, we have to grow the bombers, we are dying as a people in this country, man, Naughty. And then last point, Naughty. Hey, when you walk around our country, right? We are being overrun with immigrants. I ain't to say nothing negative I'm saying, because people, they love people. But see, everybody have to protect your house. My house, I can't have a house where anybody could just come in and just take over my bedrooms, and then at the end of the day, they tell me, like, boy, if you don't come inside this house, what I can do to you? Because why? It's more of us inside this house than you. I only meet you in this house, but now it's more than you inside this house, despite it's yours. We need you to live. And that's what I see happening in the future in this country. Wise Bahamian people glorifying on these people with demonstrating that being of your interest at heart. Look at the immigration crisis we have in this country. Have a nice day, Nolly.
You too, bro. All right, let's get this last two in if we can before we get to the break. Talking heads. All right. Let's get to the break. Good stuff. Everybody who chimed in, texted in, and called in. As a matter of fact, got plenty text to deal with as well, too. Let me slide some of them in as well, too. All right, here we go. Let me get these in real quick. Naughty, good afternoon. Did we give up on knowing who the politician involved in the matter is, just like they expected us to do? Did they ignore the PM? All right. Good afternoon, Naughty. You going solo today? Did you listen to Howard Show today with God? The guys sound just like some of the talk show hosts and news reporters that left the Guardian and went to work for the PLP government. Look, man, I can't send that to management. Naughty, ask him why Miller backed down from speaking on all natural resources. Good question. Naughty, Sculler is a PLP until he votes again. Naughty, the last time I checked, all persons on those Arthur Islands were were foreign, allegedly. Wow. Tell Skiller go sit down. He ain't making no sense. All right, did we get them more? All right, we got a couple more. Let me get them in. Hope can be as dangerous as dope if one is too delusional, Naughty. Under the former administration, bills were being paid despite during and the pandemic. This administration is the worst. According to them, things aren't good but can't pay their bills. Things are good but they can't pay their bills. Nobody gives lousy service. They gave this lousy government 3 weeks to decide what they're going to do, or else they're packing up and leaving. Uh-oh. Bring the Gaza refugees here and give them asylum, just how we help out our Haitian brothers and sisters. Give them asylum as well for those from the Gaza Strip, Naughty. You know what I think? Bahamians should move from the Bahamas because of the displaced Haitian Bahamians from America need space. That's exactly what Trump is proposing. Palestinians were moved to make space for Israel. Now the caller wants the Palestinians to be moved from Palestine so Israel could be comfortable. Naughty, the government probably owes insurance companies about $99 million, not $100 million. Anyway, round it up. Good stuff, everybody who chimed in, texted in, called in. We'll pick it up on the flip side of the break. We got Cuban Willie's numerology report brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. And in the 5 o'clock hour, we'll be talking sports. Pearlie will be chiming in, and it'll be all G-O-O-D good. So be sure to keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Oh, please my cause. Oh, please my cause. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Buenos dias. How you doing? Good to see you. Soy Joe Cuban Willie one more time with my numerology report brought to you by the Island Game. Today is Wednesday, and I got the 3 balls for you. The tres pelotas. The 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. That's your 3 ball for today. Your lucky numbers in Cuban Willie's numerology report brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. Stay winning, my friend.
Here's a price list of some of the roofing material we carry at Pinder Enterprises. 5/8 pressure-treated roofing ply starting at $36.68. Gray Select Water Shield, $134.20 a roll. Felt, 15 pounds, $16.50. 30 pound, $19.80. Owens, Corning Duration Shingles, and Certain Teed Landmark Shingles, $56.56 a bundle. Gallon of roof cement, $33.47. All sizes treated dimensional lumber. And of course, we have all nails and all screws. We have 5/8 sheetrock, $28.76. Half-inch sheetrock, $22.18. All prices include VAT.
The KFC chicken experts have done it again with the new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich, featuring a large 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, topped with cheddar cheese, smoky bacon, lettuce, tomato, and tangy red onions, all drizzled with ranch sauce and served on a toasted brioche bun. Choose original recipe or spicy, but don't wait. This mouth-watering masterpiece is only here for a limited time and only at your favorite KFC. The new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Naughty Restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's Restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well, what
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Not even the dogs that piss against the walls of Babylon shall escape the wrath I come to pour. And I shall burn them and burn them continuously, for they never cease to oppress the poor. Oh, please, my God.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Percy's Island Games, Pinder Tile, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
But still I fear no foe, no. Cause now is not the time to sleep or turn the other cheek. Cause the wicked in a Babylon stew ya if you're weak. Whoa, please my cause, oh Jah, and let me stand firm when the wicked rise against the eye. And order my steps, oh Jah, the way is dark and I'm alone. But still I fear no foe, no. Such a me got me sword in my shield on the battlefield. Head on, the wicked I go feel it. We will take the stand against the ones who oppress us, and by every means we just not give up and live up now. You would stop killing yourself, cause when the kid you're not gonna need your strength. Live up now. You would stop killing yourself, cause when the kid you start man not gonna need ya. Cause now it's not the time to sleep or turn the other cheek. Cause the wicked in a Babylon slew ya if you're weak. I miss a oh, please my cause, oh Jah, and let me stand firm when the wicked rise against the earth.
We're back at you on the Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. Pearlie is in the building. We are talking sports, as we always do in the 5 o'clock hour. And what's going on, Pearly? You all good?
Yeah, I can't complain.
You know, I don't know, boy. I tell you. Who's really listening to the complaints? Because I look around town and more things change and more they stay the same.
Yeah. An interesting show yesterday with Sarah and Darren. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I had a couple of people calling back today talking about it.
Okay.
But what's really going on in Grand Bahama?
Ain't nothing.
But, you know, you got people, you know, defendants calling in saying stuff is happening.
Like what?
You know, the things on the ground are happening. There are things happening on the ground.
Darren say his car rental company's not doing well. A lot of car rental companies, taxi drivers are complaining, straw vendors are complaining. So they're not feeling the trickle down.
The trickle down. You know, and when you rely on trickle down, you get trickled on.
Exactly. And you know, you think it's water, but it's be something else.
All right, let's get this call in real quick, and then we'll get into Today in Sports History, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's Talking Heads.
Afternoon. Hey, Naughty. Hey, Pearly.
What's happening?
I want to add to the conversation earlier what Skinner was saying. Darren was speaking based on the address that Chester Cooper made. Okay? And when Chester Cooper made that address, that was far from actually what was reality. He probably made the speech for persons in Nassau, but it so happened that at that time I was in Freeport as well. I know you saw a photo on what happened in Port Bucaya. Okay? That was during the daytime.
Yeah.
All right? That was during the day. At night at 8:30, there was no difference from what you saw during the daytime. Okay? There was not a taxi driver around the Port Bucaya area, which is actually scornful the tourists. Okay? There was hardly anybody there. All right? So Darren was speaking based on the address Chester Cooper made, which he didn't make it. People of Grand Bahama. That address was made for the people in Nassau who could not see what was going on. Okay, I was there. Yeah. I saw it myself. Okay, it was empty spot. Port Bucaya was the deserted area. Okay.
All right. Thanks for the update. Care, Purdy, I tell you. Let's get into Today in Sports. We're talking sports now. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. And it is happy hour at Naughty Johnny's, 5 to 7. Be sure to check them out. And on this day, February 5th, 1943, Mervyn Red Dutton was named the new NHL president. Frank Calder had died the day before. 1950, Dick Irvin of the Montreal Canadiens became the first NHL coach to win 500 games. He ended his career with 690 wins. 1972, Bob Douglas became the first black man elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. 1977, Sugar Ray Leonard won his first pro fight. He beat Luis Vega in 6 rounds. 1988, the first time in 30 years a wrestling match was aired in prime time. Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan in the match. 1989, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the first NBA player to score 38,000 points. 1990, NBC TV obtained the television rights to all of Notre Dame's home football games for the next 5 years. Notre Dame was the first school to sell its games to a major TV network.
Yeah, and they got buku dollars for that.
1991, Dave Taylor, Los Angeles Kings, became the 29th NHL player to score 1,000 career points. 1994, Peter Bondra of the Washington Capitals became the 10th player in NHL's history to score 4 goals in one period. 1997, Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins became the 7th player to score 600 career goals. 1999, Mike Tyson was sentenced to a year in jail for assaulting 2 people after a car accident on August 31st, 1998. Tyson was also fined $5,000, had to serve 2 years of probation, and had to perform 200 hours of community service upon release.
Wow.
2003, Bob Knight of Texas Tech coached his 800 victory. 2003, Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars got his 600 career assist, making him only the second American-born player to get 400 goals and 600 assists. Jeremy Roenick was the first American-born player to achieve this feat. Excuse me. 2006, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Seattle Seahawks 21-10. In the Super Bowl, it was the 5th Super Bowl victory for the Steelers. Jerome Bettis announced his retirement after the game. Quote of the day, I'm going to become a hog farmer after some of the things I've been through. I regard as a step up. Al Conover, Rice football coach.
Wow.
And when he coached Rice, they were horrible.
They were.
The phone lines real quick. Talking Heads.
Yeah, Naughty. Quality day. This is Darky Voice along with you and Pearly.
Hey, what's happening, Braven?
I'm right here. I'm only thank God. What was that profile with Ray Leonard you had read?
I said in 1977 on this date, Sugar Ray Leonard won his pro debut, beat Louis Vega in a 6-round decision.
Well, you recall where?
It doesn't say where.
Okay, thank you.
Let me double check it for you there. He beat Louis Vega in 6 rounds. Now, let me see if I can find it for you there, Raymond.
I'll be listening.
All right, I'll pull it up for you. All right, Raymond?
Okay.
So, Pearly, you don't know off the top of your head where his first fight was? Now, Pearly's on mute.
I'm not on mute. I'm right here.
I was saying something. You didn't answer me back, so I figured you were on mute. That's all that.
I do apologize.
Sugar Ray Leonard's first fight. Raymond, here you go. Sugar Ray Leonard's first fight, professional debut on February 5th, 1977 actually, before a crowd of 10,270 at the Civic Center in Baltimore. He was paid $40,044 for the fight. His opponent was Luis the Bull Vega, who he defeated by a 6-round unanimous decision. So now we got that clarified for Braman. All right, it was in Baltimore, Braman. Wow. Naughty, I went to a food store today, and a carton of eggs was for $9.11. My God. When last you been for eggs, Bernie?
Last week, and it was the same price. That's why I didn't get any.
My God. Eggs are just ridiculously priced right now.
And I'm an omelet lover, so
But
that breaks my heart.
Weren't we supposed to have some sort of golden egg program to facilitate eggs in the country?
Supposed to.
I got to get Gerard Darvin back on here to talk about that.
I read something said it's going to be here soon, soon.
Everything is coming soon with this administration.
Yeah, they're going to probably try to drop everything 2 weeks before election and think that's supposed to fool the people. Let's talk sports. Sorry.
Yeah, we need to talk sports. For real, for real, for real.
I see the Dodgers when you get the who's good after the home court. Sorry.
Well, we could do the home court. We could. You want to get to that first break, Mr. Producer? Let's get to that first break now. Flip side, we'll get into the home court. We'll get into the picks. And I'll have the final 15 lined up for sure. All right? So keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
I'll never go where the pagans go. Never do what the heathens do. Cause Rastafari by the guidance. I'll never say what the daddy just said. Emperor Selassie, I just and obey. Rasta words of his substance. I'll never go where the pagans go. Never do what the heathens do. Cause Rastafari by the guidance.
NRG is nutrition. Check out our world-famous smoothies, signature quinoa dishes. We have the best salad and breakfast fit for a king and his queen. Open for breakfast, lunch, and now dinner. Each order is made with love and the highest quality ingredients and is nutritionally balanced. Visit any of our 3 locations. Old Fort Bay, open until 7:30 p.m. West Bay Street and Gladstone Road in the Monroe's Complex, open until 4 p.m. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at NRG Bahamas. NRG, nutrition ready to go.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Here's a price list of some of the roofing material we carry at Pinder Enterprises. 5/8 pressure-treated roofing ply starting at $36.68. Grace Select Water Shield, $134.20 a roll. Felt, 15 pounds, $16.50. 30 pound, $19.80. Owens, Corning Duration Shingles, and Certainty Landmark Shingles, $56.56 a bundle. Gallon of roof cement, $33.47. All sizes, treated dimensional lumber. And of course, we have all nails and all screws. We have 5-inch sheetrock, $28.76. Half-inch sheetrock, $22.18. All prices include VAT.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, print cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
The KFC Chicken Experts have done it again with the new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich, featuring a large 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, topped with cheddar cheese, smoky bacon, lettuce, tomato, and tangy red onions, all drizzled with ranch sauce and served on a toasted brioche bun. Choose original recipe or spicy, but don't wait. This mouth-watering masterpiece is only here for a limited time and only at your favorite KFC. The new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Not even the dogs that piss against the walls of Babylon shall escape the wrath I come to pour. And I shall burn them and burn them continuously, for they never cease to oppress the poor. Oh, please, my cause, and let me stand firm when the wicked rise against the eye. Order my steps, oh Jah. The way is dark and I'm alone, but still I fear no foe, no. 'Cause now is not the time to sleep or turn the other cheek. 'Cause the wicked in a Babylon sue ya if you're weak. Whoa, plead my cause, oh Jah, and let me stand firm when the wicked rise against the eye. And order my steps, oh Jah. The way is dark and I'm alone, but still I fear no foe, no. So Jah me got me sword, be my shield on the battlefield. Head on, the wicked I go feel it. We will take the stand against the ones who oppress us, and by every means we just not give up and live up now. You would stop killing yourself, cause when the Gideon start, man I go need your strength. Live up now. You would stop killing yourself, cause when the Gideon start, man I go need ya. 'Cause now is not the time to sleep or turn the other cheek. 'Cause the wicked in a Babylon slew ya if you're weak. I miss a oh, plead my cause, oh Jah, and let me stand firm.
We're back at ya on the. We're back at you on the 5th, on the Wednesday, February 5th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty along with Pearlie and your company right up until 6 p.m. And we're talking sports, obviously. But nonetheless, we got to get to this call real quick. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty and Pearlie.
Hey, what's happening?
Remember a fight in the mid-'80s with Aaron Pryor and Alexis Abreu?
Aaron the Hawk Pryor and Alexis Abreu for sure.
Yeah.
There were two fights. They had two fights, and the Hawk Pryor won all two.
Okay, the last one.
Controversial fashion.
He had an argument that Alexis Gray probably the pound-for-pound best fighter ever, but
Yes,
Aaron Pryor
one of
put a doubt on that.
Yes, one of the greatest offensive fights I've seen.
Yeah.
From round 1 to round 15 was just a slugfest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank
He was
All right,
great.
guys. Thank you. All right.
That was a good fight. That was a
It was.
slugfest.
Yeah.
Another good one was Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, I remember that. The Roberto around Sugar Ray Leonard, no mask was good.
Yep, that was another good one too. That was a very good fight.
Yeah.
A lot of good fights we've seen over the years, Pearlie. I must say. We've been privileged to
Yeah.
see some good fights.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I think one of the greatest I saw was the Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier fight in Madison Square Gardens. Actually, saw it at the Prince Charles, the Carmichael Road Drive-In. After the fact, you got to see it on video there, and it was a great fight.
It was a good fight. And like I said, we used to have them on Wide World of Sports.
Yep.
We used to have, HBO boxing. We got a lot of
the great Howard Cosell was there every time.
For those big fights back in the day when we were younger, for sure.
Yeah. Him and Muhammad Ali. I think him and Muhammad Ali had some of the greatest interviews hilarious interviews.
Yep, they could go back and forth.
Yeah.
And they had some very good, like I say, back and forth, good banter. And you could see that it was from a good place. It wasn't like there was any animosity there. I think Muhammad genuinely liked Howard Cosell.
But they turned out to be really good friends. Really good friends.
That's what I'm hearing. And and I've read some stuff over the years, and it pretty much speaks to the same thing. They did have a good friendship.
They did.
All right, let's get to the phone lines again real quick. Talking Heads.
Hey, Norty, what's happening?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, it's a minute man here. You're talking a little bit of boxing.
What's happening?
Two good fights that I can remember in the Bahamas. I can't recall the year, but the late Ray Manage Jr. when he fought Paul Ferrari for the British Commonwealth title. I can't remember which year.
Okay.
I want to say 12-round decision. And then we had him, the great Steve the Heat Larimore, who won the Continental of America Championship here. Then he fought him, this guy, name is coming to me. But this guy from Guyana. I can't remember his name. Okay.
I think the Elijah Obed fight was 78. I don't quote me on that day, but it was around that time.
Which fight?
The Elijah Obed fight.
Who? Not the world title fight. It's the world title fight.
I think the world title fight.
That was in 75. But that was in I think in France. I think.
Okay. No, the France fight, but he did have a fight here too. I think he beat the guy in 2 rounds.
No, I never saw a bad fight live. I never saw him fight. In fact, I never saw any of his fight. Okay.
What's say, Quinn?
Still there?
I'm still there. I'm listening.
Yeah. Now, Norty, I want to vote for him. What I want to say is that Heath Larimore. Okay, he was the second behemoth to be on an Olympic boxing match. Okay, right after Nathaniel Knowles. Okay, and then Reno Johnson came behind him winning Olympic matches. Now, Steve Larimore is a former Commonwealth and Continental of America champion, right? So Steve Larimore went to Australia and beat the number 6 guy in the world in his hometown and won the British Commonwealth Championship. Now, I think Steve Larimore deserves to go on the Wall of Fame down there at the Sports Center.
Yeah.
Someone tell me he's there, but I'm not sure. But I've never seen his picture on the wall, but I think he deserves to go there right now before he passed away. Let's give him that honor before he leaves this country. Because I think Ray had to die for his picture to be on that wall. Okay? I may be wrong. But I think they put his picture there after he died. I 100%.
I remember Steve the Heat Larimore too, and I'm taking nothing from him, but he was savagely knocked out in the first round on ESPN too.
Who's that?
Steve the Heat Larimore. He got knocked out in the first round on ESPN.
Yeah. Steve Larimore is a great behemoth. Okay, and Stevie had a lot of hard fights. Stevie, listen to me. That guy, listen to me. I think Steve Heath Larimore, he fought more future world champions than Ray Manage Jr. Okay? Listen to me, that guy fought some man, he fought like every up-and-coming lightweight champion. Okay, remember he fought Costa Zoo. Okay, he fought
Costa Zoo was another good one.
He never had it easy. Okay, that's a real worry. I think Steve needs to be in that Wall of Fame. He needs to be there. Okay, because not only that, he's an Olympian. He won an Olympic boxing match. He won Commonwealth championships also. Okay, he's a world contender, former world contender. He deserves to go to that wall. I like to see him there before he leaves us.
All right. But good to hear from you, man, Quincy.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.
And
Nice show.
keep doing your stuff, man, as always, man. And I appreciate, the little history lessons here and there as well, too. Especially if you were part of it, that kind of way. And let's be real, Quincy had some good fights, too, under his belt. Entertaining.
Yeah, Quincy was a great talker, too, though. He hyped up a fight.
Yes, indeed. He most definitely could hype up a fight.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads. Talking Heads.
You got to call back. Okay, since you were talking about me for a while there, now, I always say, okay, now, I want people to know, okay, when I fought Ray Myers Jr. in 1992, I should not have been in the ring with Ray Myers Jr. at that time.
Why?
Because I had no experience. I only had 7 fights. Ray had 3 world title fights, and Commonwealth Championship fights, and American Championship fights. I had 7 fights. Ray had 40-plus fights on his belt, including 3 world title fights. I entered that ring with blood, guts, and heart. Okay? Because of my mouth, that fight happened. And look here. And I still believe that night, that gate at the Sports Center was bigger than drama in the Bahamas. Because every Bahamian was there that night. I can never forget it. I lived to be 1,000 years old. I remember that first fight. Okay? And again, we had 3 fights. The last 2 fights were here.
Go ahead. All right, Quincy, you're breaking up. We lost you on that one.
But Quincy pushed for that first fight. His mouth was hard.
He asked for the first fight, and then when he get in the ring. But I appreciate the bravado after only 7 fights, man.
He was credit is due. Quincy was really good for boxing in the Bahamas. He got you interested. He talked it up. He excited, and he didn't let you down when he got in the ring. So he was always worth the ticket.
He was worth the price of admission, eh?
Yeah, he was. He was. I mean, I was a huge Ray Myers fan. I wasn't a huge Quincy fan, but one thing you could say about him, when he started talking, you wanted to get to the fight. Whether you wanted to see him win or whether you wanted to see him get his block knocked off. You still wanted to see him fight, and you got your money's worth every time he stepped into the ring. Got to give him credit that.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
And he should, if he's not, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be. He definitely should be there if he isn't. I would definitely say that. He deserves to be there, especially if others who've been there with just as many credentials, then obviously he needs to be there too.
Yeah, I agree.
If we're looking at the whole body of work.
Thrill a minute.
Quincy Pratt.
Yep.
And he's to run him out mile a minute. You see that?
Yep. I don't know. I thought he idolized Muhammad Ali because he took a page out of Ali's book.
Yeah, Ali, definitely a lot of them fighters who came up watching Ali had a piece of him in their repertoire.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at some other things we got to talk about. But Pearly, this whole Laker fallout is getting worse and worse.
Oh, why you say that?
Well, now, I mean, at least for the Dallas Mavericks, now you got videos circulating that this was a scam. This was all orchestrated by the league to make sure that LA has a face in place.
I listen to no conspiracy theory. You can hear all kind of stories. I kind of believe what Stephen A. Smith said, that he personally spoke to the league, he got information, and the Lakers made a move. The Lakers are known to make blockbuster moves like that. It was time. You can see the writing was on the wall that LeBron is gone soon, and they made a move.
I think it's a good
They
move.
made a move that will probably, because the Mavs made another trade. I think they got canceled.
Yeah, from
So the Mavericks made a move to win now. The Lakers made a move to win later. That's it.
Let's see which comes
It was
first.
a shock to everybody. Everybody admitted it was a shock. I believe that story. I don't think Clutch had anything to do with it. I don't think Paul had anything to do with it. I think it was just a move that two good friends made that they thought was best for their teams going forward. I think Dallas wanted to get out having to pay that dude $345 million over 5 years, where the Lakers only have to give him $220 million over 4 years.
Okay.
Right? So you give him that for 4 years. You put stipulations in the contract, and I think you will win at the end of the day.
I think the Lakers win overall in this deal.
At the end of the day, they will be the winners. Are they the winners today? No. Are they the winners tomorrow? And I don't mean Thursday. Are they the winners tomorrow? Yes.
I think, yeah, I agree with you on that. I think in the long run, when it's all said and done, they will be the overall winners in this deal.
What I am interested in doing to see if LeBron is going to take his player option next year. I wish he doesn't, but he'll be stupid not to. Unless the Lakers pull off a trade that will send him somewhere. But for him to not take his player option, become a free agent, he's not going to get the kind of money he's going to get league. But it is veteran minimum. Does LeBron want to get veteran minimum? Who's going to pay him all kind of money out of that salary cap without making a trade that would help them sustain that money?
So, boy, I tell you. And a lot of other teams now are posturing in position in SF too before the deadline. I think some things will happen.
Yeah, the Wizards. I think somebody pulled off a trade. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but it was the Kings. The Kings got the center from the Wizards.
The Kings got the center from the Wizards? Valanciunas?
Yes, him, yes.
Wow. That boy, that kind of puts them in the conversation out there for that bubble spot in the West, you know.
It sure does. It does. Because thinking that they gave up Fox, sending Fox away to the Spurs, thought that was going to weaken them, but they made a move that could help them. They could be a contender for that 9-10 spot.
At least for the play-in, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely for the play-in, for sure. I'm looking at that now, man. There's a couple of teams there that's going to move up. The Mavericks, I think, are going to move up.
Well, Stephen A. Smith seems to think that on this move that the Mavericks have made, that they would probably move all the way up to the number 1 seed by the time the season ends. I doubt they could jump 12 games on somebody, but, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're going to move up. I don't think if they get there how they need to. I think the Mavericks move up, but I don't think they get the first seed. I think Oklahoma City's still too far out there.
Yeah, and Oklahoma City's they'll have to really crash, and I don't see that happen. Even though they got some key injuries, who probably will be back in time.
This is true. And that's another thing too. You got to look at who's getting players back. It's not always what they look like now. It's what they could look like in a couple of weeks. And you got an all-star break coming up. So teams are going to get players back after the break. You see what I mean? So some teams are going to get better. Some teams are going to fall by the wayside. Me personally, I see the Dallas Mavericks making a move up the board. I don't think that's going to be deniable. I think they make a move up. Now, couldn't they get to that number 1 spot with Oklahoma City? No. Can they still do damage and make a good long playoff run once they get there? Yes. So we really have to look at it and take it all in. And see the move other teams are going to make too.
I agree.
All right, let's check out a couple of these texts. Great show as usual. Boxing gone down to the dogs. How do you get from all those great fighters to now watching Jake Paul? I tell you, Ali must be rolling over in his grave. Great show as usual. Which person gets swinging the trade the most, AD or Luka? I think AD. I think Luka got more benefit and more upside where he is in LA, and they're going to look out for him. So, yeah, I mean, we still got Pearly there, or did he mute out? Pearly,
I'm here.
I still think AD has the easier road in front of him. Not AD, I think Luka. I think because the Lakers really obviously want Doncic. I think they're ready to work out whatever they need to work out like now.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a funny kind of position. And this is kind of something I want y'all to listen to going home today. All right? Apparently Myles Garrett reached out to LeBron James to get his advice on the trade request or not. Interesting. Does Myles Garrett view himself as big as LeBron James in NFL status? That's the question. Pearly. The mute meister struck again, correct?
No, I'm here. I'm actually jumping in the car, so I just wanted to make so much noise while I was jumping in the car.
But jump in, man. Don't leave me hanging. I asking you a question. Not the question is, does Myles Garrett view himself as LeBron James like in NFL stature? Or in NFL circles?
I don't know. Because he's actually, I'm putting in the Jimmy Butler era because he's like, I want out.
All right. So,
but there's a talk. The Dolphin Nation is Myles Garrett is a trade to
Miami in the works. I mean, you got to look at the contracts. You got to look at if the numbers make sense. Can you guys take him on from a salary cap standpoint, Pearly? Pearly, can you take on Myles Garrett from a salary cap standpoint?
I don't think so. We'll have to make a move, even though his salary cap will only hit us for $18 million.
I don't know. You could, if you really want him on that team, you could do some number crunching and shuffling for sure. But anyway, we got to get into the picks, Pearly. I know you got it tomorrow. You got any special guests tomorrow?
No. It's just me.
All right. Far. Let's get into the picks. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. We got NBA tonight, Pearly, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 big games on the venue tonight. So here we go. Rapid fire. Cavaliers -5.5 over the Pistons. I like the Cavaliers to win, and I like them cover the 5.5. What say you, Pearly?
I bet you on that one.
You breaking in and out real. There's a heavy delay there, Pearly. I don't know where what's going on with your internet, where you at, but it's almost sounded like you muting. I thought I'd just give you the heads up. It's a long delay in between your response if you're not muting. All right, we got the Bucks 10.5-point favorites on the road against the Hornets. The Bucks, I don't know. They played to the level of that. You know what? Give me the Hornets plus the 10.5.
I'll take the Bucks in the money line. I don't trust the Bucks. As far as I could throw them.
The Spurs -4.5 over the Atlanta Hawks. Give me Wemby and the Spurs in the money line. I don't know about the 4.5.
I like Wemby in the money line.
Grizzlies -10.5 over the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. Toronto plays better in Toronto than they do on the road. I'm going to play it safe. Give me the Grizzlies in the money line.
How much? What's the spread again?
10.5.
Boy, the Grizzlies is get off, though. They really do get off. I put my neck on the line, and I'll take Grizzlies and the points.
All right, the Heat +1 on the road against the 76ers. No Jimmy Butler? Give me the Sixers -1 in this one, I just think Moxie going to go off tonight.
Where they at? Where they playing?
In Philadelphia.
I'll take the Heat and the points.
Wizards +4.5 on the road against the Brooklyn Nets. Wow, this is a dog meat game here. The Wizards just made some trades. They'll be depleted. Give me the Nets and the money line in this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Bulls +11.5 against the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are rounded into shape, but I don't know if they beat the Bulls by 11.5 because the Bulls do a good job covering. Give me the Timberwolves and the money line to be safe.
I like the Timberwolves. I think the Bulls. Everybody beating up on the Bulls. I like the Timberwolves and the points.
Give me the Golden State Warriors tonight. They got the Warriors and the Jazz. Give me the Warriors -6 against the Jazz tonight.
Okay, I'll ride with you on that.
The Pelicans +10 against the Denver Nuggets. I like the Denver Nuggets in the money line. I don't know if they cover the 10 points.
10. I like I'll go with you with that one as well.
OKC -13.5 over the Phoenix Suns. Is there no Durant? Is there no Bradley Beal in that trade? Did Beal get traded for Jimmy Butler? What happened?
Has the trade gone through yet?
I don't know, but I see the Suns +13.5, so that means players are in route, I guess, for the trade. I'm gonna go with the Thunder and the money line at home.
Did they just announce something? No, the trade with the Suns and the Warriors is off. The Warriors are trying to get Jimmy Butler.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right, unless something changed in the last hour. Because Durant said he doesn't want to be traded.
So they were going to trade Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler?
I don't know what they were going to do, but the Warriors are going to trade for Jimmy Butler.
All right, you got the Magic +5 against the Sacramento Kings. Give me the Magic +5 against the Kings because the Kings are in play right now due to the trades. Missing players.
Yeah, right. I agree. I agree with you.
All right, so Kings trading for Valanciunas. KD doesn't want Warriors trade. And the Dubs are focused on the Jimmy trade, and that's the Warriors, obviously. So we'll see. So that deal, the Phoenix fell through, and the Warriors are now the top player in the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes. We'll see how it all plays out. Good stuff, as always, Pearly. You'll do it tomorrow. I'll see you again on Friday, right here, as we do the weekend review. And keep it right where MJ will be in on Friday. Keep it right where you got it. Like I said, on the flip side of the break, we got an interesting take-home today with Rich Eisen. How influential is LeBron in the NFL, and what does Myles Garrett really think, and where does he want to be traded to? That's all coming up.
Okay, I do tomorrow on the show. I have a special giveaway. Our good friends Marcel,
correct.
Those have another road race, and we're gonna have a trivia tomorrow. I got a trivia question for you, and you could win 2 passes, a couple's pass for the Valentine's road race that they're gonna have, with an opportunity to win some great gifts if you win.
All right, there you go, man. We're up out of here, Pearly. We'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be back. Let's Be Live on Friday with MJ, and we'll be doing it all again right here on Talking Heads. Keep it right where you got it.
Ciao, ciao.
Just the words of your substance. I'll never go with pagans go.
This is it. The big game is almost here, and the best place to watch it is at Nassau Cruise Port. Join us on Sunday, February the 9th for an unforgettable game day watch party. Huge screens, unbeatable food, and drink specials, and all the game day energy you can handle. Grab your friends, bring your game face, and score big with giveaways, drink discounts, and a chance to win exclusive prizes. Don't miss out on the action. Game day, Nassau Cruise Port, Sunday, February 9th, where every touchdown feels like a win. See you there.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. It covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your your feet.
Get to stacking up the flavor at Burger King Nassau with its new Stacker King lineup. It doesn't get any bigger, better, or meatier than the Stacker Kings, which feature bacon, cheese, and a delicious stacker sauce, all piled on as many flame-grilled Whopper patties as you can handle. For the chicken lovers, try the all-new Crispy Chicken Stacker, or pile your mornings high with a croissant stacker loaded with meat, cheese, and stacker sauce on a warm, flaky croissant. Don't miss out on the bold flavors of the Stacker King collection, available at Burger King Nassau.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Not even the dogs that piss against the walls of Babylon shall escape the wrath I come to pour. And I shall burn them and burn them continuously, for they never cease to oppress the poor.
Obviously, if you don't mind, we'll just jump right into what you put out on for the world to see about wanting potentially a change of address for you professionally.
Yeah.
And why did you do that, Myles Garrett?
Just felt it was time. You know, I had taken my time after the season, kind of, relax and decompress emotionally. Want to distance myself a little bit and spend a little time talking to my family about, the really how we'd feel about this decision. I mean, I'd kind of felt this way. I wanted to make sure I was completely detached, and they felt the same way I did. And I feel like everyone's kind of on the same page, and felt like it was time to at least speak on something that was near and dear to my heart, and have a lot of love for Cleveland. But it's always for me been about continuing for championships, winning those big games, and winning Lombardies, and we haven't had the opportunity to do that, and that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, and this bauble sitting right here in front of you right now as we're having this conversation is an interesting sort of conversation piece, because that's what the line in your statement that jumped out at me was, it wasn't about going from Cleveland to Canton.
Yeah. It's
about winning championships and this Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, it's never been about the Hall of Fame for me. It's not about money or records. It's all you remember for winning. Bringing a trophy back home to your city. Whichever city that is. That's how you remember in your community, by your peers, your teammates, by friends, all of that. And we want to play the game and want to do things to be remembered.
So, if you don't mind me prying, who is in that inner circle with whom you had this conversation in your family? Who was it?
Oh, I mean, it was my parents. My sister, obviously my agent, my marketing agent as well, and hearing a little bit from a Cleveland or Akron native as well.
You did reach out to LeBron.
Yes, sir.
What conference did you have with him, if you're willing to share in that?
Just kind of what a transition looked like for him. What was his thought process going into it before he left Cleveland, and just making sure I made a logical decision, taking my time, and just trying to take away the pressure of doing something like that. I know that Cleveland, really that area, Northeast Ohio, has been his home. And it's really been it feels like my home as well.
It's your adopted home, and I know that, and I appreciate you being open and honest, as you always are whenever we have a conversation, Myles Garrett, is that, it is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable to change an opinion of whether professionally you could be as successful where you had dreams of being the one to provide it for this fan base that adores you, and that and you adore them, and this is not a decision to be made lightly.
Yes.
And so, I guess why, when it all comes down to it, that you're willing to share, do you feel that this is what's best, that your 8 years you've come to the conclusion it just won't be in Cleveland for you?
I mean, like you said, it's not a decision I take lightly. It took time and lots of conversation, but just looking at kind of the trajectory of the team, talking to some of the higher ups, and I have a lot of respect for them, but I just don't think we're aligned on where the team is going in the near future. And I feel like the window for us as athletes is only so broad, and it only continues to close as years go by with anything be able to happen on that field from day to day. And I want to be able to go out there and compete at the highest levels, day in and day out, and playing for champions, like I said.
And this came out of conversations that you had with management.
Yes, sir.
Already. You've already had those conversations with management.
Yes. I mean, we spoke after the season with the exit meeting, and then spoke a few other times further down the line, them with my opinion. I took my time before stating it outright to them, and then I released a statement. But I wanted to be able to do right by them, because they've taken care of me for a long time, including has been my second home, and this community is one that I love. But this opinion is just how I feel now.
So what happens next? What do you want to happen next?
Well, a trade to happen next, but I just want to go to a contender.
So you want to have a say in where you wind up, is what you're saying?
I would love to. I know in my position I don't have much say in where I go, but hopefully we can leave off on good terms, and we can find a middle ground between us.
And so, do you have some teams in mind that you would like to go to?
I mean, there are definitely contenders on the AFC side and NFC side. I'm not glued to anyone at the certain moment, but like I said, I just want to be in a position to play in those big games and win big games, and feel like I can make a meaningful impact and elevate a team and take them over the top.
All right, and a couple more minutes on this subject matter, and then we'll move on to your season and what you think of this game here. Was LeBron disappointed to hear why you called him, Miles?
He was not. He had actually been reaching out to me to talk and just get my side of things. He's been a part of difficult times, and his first start of his career, being so frustrated with being so close to the pinnacle of sports, or his sport, and he just wanted to see exactly how I was feeling, where my head was at, and if I need to talk through anything, and if I was ready to consider any kind of move that he was there to communicate with and to lean on.
And then I know this is a what if question, but what if the Browns say no? We want you to stay. We want you to be part of this thing. We do believe in the plan that we have. We do believe that this plan will work. We do need you to help this plan work, and you do have 2 years left. Like, what if that happens, Miles?
I mean, it's possible. They could do that, but that's a little bit further down the line that I'm willing to look. I know things have changed night by night, and I'm sure people are calling and hopefully making some tempting offers, but I'm grateful for my opportunity, and I know that recently no one stuck to one team seeing Luka, so I'm too happy.
I mean, that is, I still can't believe that. Did you call LeBron after that trade? Then just like reverse and call him up and say what?
I texted him. I couldn't believe it, and I mean, neither could he. I mean, it was all over everybody's phone. So there were group messages going up, texts going out, and I mean, he was as shocked as anybody else.
There's no equivalent in the NFL, right? I mean, I couldn't imagine what that would be. It would be a quarterback in his mid-20s that is completely associated with a team that he's played with his entire, from draft to the moment, being traded for, I mean, you're 2 years younger than Anthony Davis, but maybe for you, you know what I mean? Like, because you play a different position. Anthony Davis plays something different from Luka. I'm just trying to even grasp at a straw to see what the similarity would be.
I feel like it'd be like a Chris Jones for a Josh Allen. And that's as similar as a comparison